When something affects you so deeply, somehow we come to a conclusion that there is no solution for this. But there's nothing, absolutely nothing there out in the world where there is no solution. And so hopelessness, helplessness takes us nowhere. When we think less, somehow solutions just appear magically in front of us. I remember two brothers who were having a conversation. I mean, they came to meet me, and they were just came for the new year to wish me. So they both were having a conversation, and he was saying, it's so difficult because they work in a hospital. Both of them work in a hospital, and he said it is so difficult to work in a hospital, and the people are money minded. This, that. I don't know. He was going on explaining and talking about it. And then he said, sometimes I lose my sleep over it, and I keep thinking about why people are so bad and this and that. So his brother, he turned to him and said, why do you think so much? He just said just one sentence, why do you think so much? He turned to him and he said, what do you expect me to do? Not think at all? He said, you can't achieve anything by thinking. So he said, so you want me to just say everything is fine, everything is good, that's what you want me to think about? He said, the thing is, very simply he told his brother, the thing is, when you are thinking so much, you are not with me. It's a simple, his younger brother. He said, when you are thinking so much about everything else, you are not thinking about your own brother who's next to you. He said, what is it that I think about you? He said, you know what, I have had these issues of my health. I went to the doctor, I met him. Did you ask me, what did the doctor say? Did you ask me, yeah, what did he say? When we think so much, most important things we miss. We somehow complicate things. And sometimes we need somebody who says, just stop. Have you thought about this first? I know somebody was going for his vacation to Thailand, and this is after about 6 years they made this plan to go, and so they're planning and packing and this and that, and the wife is getting all worked up, and she's saying, oh my God, this and that, I don't know what we're going to do, this, and the husband just stop, sit down. Do you know why we are going? To relax. Do you know that? But why are you getting so worked up much before we even start the journey? So the whole journey would be like this, and now we have to go sightseeing fast. Huh? Some people want to go up and do everything fast. Chalo, वहाँ चले जाएंगे, देख लिए, चलो दूसरी जगह जाएंगे. आराम से तो बैठो ना, शांति से. Simple thinking, easy life. I'm not saying you have to be laid back and do nothing and be lazy and become a bother to others. No. I'm talking about thinking that much which is necessary so that I'm able to remain powerful, because that I need to be powerful. And when I am self-empowered, what happens is whatever I talk, whatever I speak, people would like to listen. If I have been thinking a lot, whatever I speak seems very repetitive. You must have met some people, when you talk to them, they are telling you, explaining to you something, and somehow like you don't understand, they keep repeating it 100 times. And again she's going on, and that man is just going on looking at her. And then I thought, what is happening there? So I just turned a little bit to see. He's wearing his earphone, and he does not even attempt to remove them. You say whatever you want. I am in my own world, and it's not reaching me. Sometimes, because whatever she was talking, probably he doesn't want to eat. Many a times we listen to things which are not necessary. We get into things which are not necessary, and we think about it unnecessarily. Simple thinking is to filter. And at the same time, you have that awareness that your thinking has to be not ordinary. It has to be somehow magical. It has to be something which will allow others to be comfortable with you. You must have met people when you're sitting and talking to them, and I have that experience too many times. I'm giving the course or I'm explaining something, and then suddenly I feel they're not with me. They're switched off, totally switched off. And I pause because I want them to come back now. For some people, it takes such a long time to come back. Don't know where they are. And then they'll say, "Sister, आप कुछ सुना रहे थे?" मैंने कहा, हाँ, बहुत समय से सुना रही थी. आप कहाँ चले गए? Lost. Time and time again, they just get lost. This is not here. And so this accumulation of all these thinking that we have in the whole day, where are we heading to? What is my aim? I need to empower myself. To empower means whatever happens to me, it should not decrease my energy. This is empowerment. Whatever happens to me, good, bad, it should not decrease my energy into such an extent that I don't feel comfortable at all. I don't feel comfortable in my own shoes. I don't feel comfortable in my own life. I don't feel comfortable interacting with the people that I interact with. Sometimes the same things you would enjoy and the same things you would feel very tired dealing with. What is the way that I know, okay, what is simple thinking? Simple thinking is, for example, let's say you're getting late somewhere, right? You're sitting in the car, the plane is at, let us say, at 5:30. You have to be there at 4:30. And nowadays, if it's better to be there by 4, now you're in the car and it's going to take another half an hour, and it's already 3:45 or something. It's getting to be 4 already, and you want to reach by 4 because you don't want to be in that rush and in the queue. Now, to keep on telling about it, you have to be fast. I told you to get ready, and this is going on and on and on. And some people can continuously talk about it even after sitting on the plane. I don't know, I told you, see what has happened. I said, it's over. We're already in the plane. No, don't make it so simple. You're making it complicated. Somebody else is trying to make it simple. Get simplified. Okay, now what? If I have a habit of repeating and repeating to others about what they've done in the past, they'll keep repeating it. I've seen that. You complicate the relationship. I was with somebody, and his son, he was playing with the ball in the house. So there were going to be some people who are going to sit and they're going to listen, and people from all the apartments around. And his boy is throwing the ball and taking it. It's like any 12-year-old will do. There's nothing wrong with it. She'd say, stop. Why are you doing that? Go that way. Again, he comes back and he keeps playing. He wants to be around where his mother is. She's going on playing. So she said, you're always like that. She said something like, why are you up to this monkey business? Something like that she said in Telugu. Like something like that. Why are you like a monkey and going on, playing this? You're a monkey. He said, Mama, this is the 12th time you're saying I'm a monkey. He's counting. We don't even know. So when you are I started thinking, if somebody keeps on calling you monkey, you start behaving more properly like a monkey. Isn't it? What do you call me? I see somebody who's admitted in the hospital and a little frustrated, the person is, because, very active person suddenly on the bed, so not very happy. And in the night, she has a nephew coming and staying for the night that day. And so she's thinking, my God. And everybody she's asking, what is it? What's going on? What did the doctor say? What we should do tomorrow? Everything. And they're saying, they'll come, they'll let us know, they'll come, they'll let us know. Achha, where are you going? I'll go, come back, we have some work. So nobody is informing her because, they think, wow, what's the need to tell her? I mean, everything is taken care. She should just lie down and be a good patient. But all patients just can't lie down and just be a patient. They would like to know what's going on. So in the night, the nephew is walking up and down because he doesn't want to sleep because she needs something to do in the night. So he's walking up, looking out the window in the room and coming back, and she asked, like normally, what are you up to? What's going on? Why are you not sleeping? You can sleep, no? Nurses are there, I can ring the bell. He said, who is going to take care of my beloved aunt if I sleep? Fresh in the 2 o'clock in the morning, very fresh and very lovingly he said, who is going to take care of my beloved aunt if I sleep? Like that he spoke. She is elated and happy. Next day we all go to meet her. She is so happy. I said, what is this happiness? Why? He said, I'm a beloved aunt. I said, you are a beloved aunt. You're a beloved mother, you're a beloved sister, you're a beloved everything wife. But sometimes simple words can have such an impact that he said that at 2 o'clock in the morning, he has all that energy to tell you that. Huh? And he could just say, just sleep, it's okay, I'm just walking up and you sleep. Who will take care of you? It doesn't take much energy, right? To say something like that, you get empowered. You get very empowered by empowering others. Somehow we get empowered. Hey, you can do it. Hey, you can do it. And we get empowered. I know when I joined Brahma Kumaris, I think it must have been an year or two. In the first lecture I had to do. And I said, oh my God, I mean, I've never spoken in front of an audience. I mean, little bit in the class or something in our school or college, but not in an audience, in front of an audience. So they said, no, it is very important. I said, why can't it be simple, like have about 5 people in front of me, then 10, then 12, then, increase the people. Immediately about 60 people means it's too much. And I remember it was in Andhra Bank, Staff College. There's these trainings that go on there. And when I went in and I said, my God, 60 people, I don't know what I will speak. When I went there and I spoke with a lot of courage. I went and I spoke. When I was speaking, the topic they gave me was self-empowerment. Self-empowerment. And what are the qualities that will make you self-empowered? And I was speaking and I was speaking. And as I was speaking, I was feeling that energy inside. It is like I was telling myself, forget about talking to them. I didn't see the audience at all. I was talking to myself, see, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. And I didn't know the world, I thought, I kept on counting time back home, that how much time will it take to finish speaking about this. And I thought, after that, what do I do? Because, I don't have anything to talk about after that. So, but here I was talking, and the sister who came along with me, she went right behind and she said, time over. What are you talking? Stop. I said, wow, and I didn't even know the time, I didn't even see the clock. You are the best when you teach yourself. To think right, to speak right, to do right. If you were to teach yourself, is it important to think so much? Relax. If somebody else comes and tells you, relax, you'll get irritated. What do you mean relax? You relax yourself. Isn't it? You know somewhere in your heart you need to relax, but you're not able to. Right? But if you're able to tell yourself, do I need to think so much? It's okay. Finish. Oh, he did like this? No problem. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. I know that. I have to give immediate solutions, then it won't become complex thinking. If I don't give immediate solutions to my mind, it gets complex and life becomes so difficult then. Questions. I have that ability to bring solutions. I'm talking about we all have an ability to bring solutions. How? Tell me how. How can we know that we have an ability to bring solutions? Immediately. How? Tell me. Because to know the problem. Okay, and experience. And what is the way to know that yes, I can bring solutions easily? Let me tell you. Anyone has a problem who comes in front of you. Solutions you give like that, don't you? So many solutions. So many. There are plenty of solutions. Each one of us are great counselors. Right or wrong? To our relatives, friends, of milni chahiye bas koi to. 100%. There's a boy who is telling, my God, I'm so tired of my father giving lectures and lectures and hours together he can lecture. We are so good in telling what to do, how to be, what is good, what is bad. We advise all the time. So I don't think so it's very difficult to find solutions for ourselves. Sometimes, in my own personal experience, if I can't tell myself what is right, let us say there's certain things that nothing can be done and it's there right in front of your face, I tell God. I put it in front of Him, I surrender it. I said, you know better. This is what that I see. This is what I think should happen, and in between that I don't want to complicate it by keep on thinking about it, so you do what you have to do. And it becomes simple then. Somebody is complicated, some situation is complicated, something that's going to happen is complicated, you're thinking too much. What do? Surrender is not about just let go and say, look, forget it, I'm not going to do anything about it. No, I'm doing what I have to do, but I'm not going to think about it, is surrender. To think too much about it, God, आप ही करो, आप ही बैठे हो, आप ही करने वाले हो, and all that, and keep on, देखो ये ऐसा हुआ, वैसा हुआ, ऐसा हुआ. People who say, look, I'm so busy, I have this going on, I've got that going on, I've got this going on. I always see our dadis, who head the organization about 100 years and 90 years, running about more than 9,000 centers all over the world, meeting people continuously the whole day. And every time you go in, you never feel that they're busy. And I wonder how. I remember our founder, Brahma Baba, used to say, कभी भी आप ये कहो कि आप थक गए हो, बट अपने आप को आप गाली दे रहे हो. If you say you're tired, it's like abusing yourself. Tired is like an abuse. You can never say you're tired. But ठीक हो एकदम फर्स्ट क्लास. खुश कह रहे थे, how you fine and all that. You should never say, हाँ चल रहा है this and no. Why are you asking me? I am so wonderful and perfect and everything. Everything is going on fine. People who always think and feel like that, if they're asked what's going on and everything, you have time, plenty of time, they'll say, no, too many things going on. Never. Plenty of time. बोलो, ये करना है हो जाएगा, ये करना हाँ हो जाएगा, अब यहाँ आ जाओ आ जाएंगे. नहीं ऐसे नहीं, just like that telling and not coming. There are a lot of people like that. ऐसा नहीं, really, genuinely, huh? Because they are free here. You have to be free here. A lot of people say, just don't keep anything in your mind, just listen to me. Yeah, I'm listening. No, but put everything aside and listen to me. Keep your whole heart to me. I went abroad and I came back with a terrible jet lag. And there was this girl, she's going through divorce and she really needed to sit with me, and I told her I'll sit with her, but I could feel that sleep coming over me, like it's uncontrollable. When you have jet lag, it's uncontrollable. Any time of the day we don't know. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching her, she's telling, and I want to listen to her because she's been waiting, and somehow I'm just gone somewhere, I don't know, and then I come back, what were you telling right now? And she's not even aware that I'm dozing off in between. She's going on and on and on. And then she looked at me and she said, sister, once you take rest and everything, I'll come back. I said, no, I am fine. I had a good sleep. No, sister, I'll come back after some time. I didn't know I was dozing off. Can you believe it? Because I was going somewhere and coming back, So she said, no, I'll come back later. So then I said, I'm really sorry, but do I look tired? She said, no, you slept. I slept. I said, you slept, sister. I said, I'm having a terrible jet lag. Yeah, I understand that. But, come back. So, but then you can talk. We are talking now, no? She said, I don't want you to talk. I want you only to listen. Most times you meet people, if I'll talk, I'll be awake. You talk something, I'll talk something. But you want me to listen, then I would doze off. Because the jet lag is like that. So she said, I want you to listen. Most people who come to us want someone to listen. Just listen. Right. Right. So listen, totally with you. And if someone is totally with you for some time, even a child, even if it's a teenager, even if it's a husband or a wife or brother or sister, just that little time, they get healed. When there's complexity here, they're talking, and you're somewhere else, same old thing they're talking. You're not there, absolutely not there. But when there is all unnecessary talking going on, total interest. What is good? What happened there? What happened? What that one did? What that one? Total attention. I remember a mother talking to her sister, sitting next to each other. I know them both. They're talking and talking about their brother like he is the most horrible person in the world. He's like this, he's like that. His wife is miserable and he's miserable and all. And the child is telling, Mama, look, she did something, some scratching on the pad, and she's showing. Mama, she's saying, ये hotel का pad है, पूरा you are spoiling. Keep it aside. Then what happened? They're going on such attention about their brother, going on talking, and the child is drawing something. Must be nothing. But the child wants attention. At least you can see, very nice, how beautiful it is. Come on, do something else. This is investment. This is investment here. This is expenditure. Total expenditure for no cause. Like you go and give money and buy something, and you come home and somebody tells you that the same thing we get here for 20 rupees. You feel so bad. Unnecessary, you lost so much money. Same thing here. So much expenditure and so much of loss of energy. How can I be empowered? How can I even have that kind of behavior where others can see and emote and learn? No. Very ordinary. Thinking makes us ordinary, no? Nothing else. I can't be looking extraordinary, like, look, I am a great person and all. And thinking is terrible. Not at all good thinking. You will fall apart. You can't sustain yourself in the journey. Somebody who heads an organization, he worries and worries and worries. That man worries. And he heads an organization. The only thing that made him a head of an organization because he invested money there. That's all. But there is absolutely no character, no energy, no positivity, no leadership, nothing. Worrying. Now if you go there and you give a lecture, like I gave a lecture in that company, he's a nice man, but worrying, always fearing. He'll keep on asking secretary, aisa to nahi honga na, like that he'll keep on asking secretary. So they all know he's nothing much, So when I'm talking about it, something I'm talking, they're laughing like anything. So what are you laughing about? हमारा boss के बारे में आप बोल रहे हैं. He is like that. About him only you're talking. All these lectures, he also needs sister. He should sit here. He's become a joke. He really becomes a joke. I remember there's two daughters who came, with their father, and they're just making some arrangements for the Griha Pravesh and all. They're talking, and then they said, sister, we have to do this, we have to do that. And the father is telling, what if that won't happen? Papa, please, they said. अच्छा suddenly why this reaction is coming from both of them? Papa please, अब बंद करो अभी, अब 2 minute चुप रहो. They're telling their father. I mean they are in their 40s and all, but they're telling their father has become a nuisance with his questions, I am sure. Papa please, अब चुप रहो please. Like that. For God's sake it seems. And that Papa, take it, because he has no, see, if you have control here, you're able to be respected. There is no control over your own feelings and thoughts and everything. Eventually what happens is others say, फिर से शुरू हो गए. Our life should not be such that someone will go inside the kitchen and inside the bedroom and say, never. Never someone should do that to us. You know, if someone is doing that for me, that means I'm complicating their life. Simple things, somebody was telling, simple things is to go and to, you know, go and buy some tickets for a movie is so complicated with him. So complicated. क्यों कोई और नहीं जा सकता क्या? ड्राइवर को भेजो. तुम क्यों जाएंगे? मैं जाएंगे, मैं जाऊंगा, फिर तुम. अब कुछ तो बोल दो ना पहले, क्या करना है? नहीं बाद में बोले, डिसीजन नहीं ले सकते. यू कैन नॉट मेक राइट डिसीजंस. कुछ थिंकिंग. बाद में कब बनना है तो अभी है ना. यू कांट complicate, because it becomes such a habit. You get a habit of worrying. There's somebody I met and I said, what are you worrying about? He said, I'm worrying about why I'm worrying. क्यों इतना? Why am I thinking so much like that? गीतेश, तो फोन करना, दीदी निकल के. तो that is why we are here today. You all come here because you have interest in thinking in a simple way. You have that interest. Or maybe you're surrounded by people who think so complicated way. You know, either way you're here. So the first step you need to do is to stop. First stop. There is a illness, a disorder called OCD. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. They keep getting the same thoughts and they want to do the same, like wash hands, continuously wash hands. So they'll finish one soap in 2 days. And their skin also starts peeling off. They'll keep, if they go to the bathroom, they can hours together. So they have this. So for them there is a technique. You know, they give medicine and all that, but still this habit has to be broken, and that is when they get healthier. So we used to give them rubber bands, and we'd ask them, you know, whenever you get the thought, I want to wash my hand, take it, pull it and leave it. And that sting, you know, you feel that pain, your mind will get diverted to the pain. So you won't go and wash your hands, then you'll avoid. One person had come, he had so many different little you know, things that is painful for him. He keeps on doing it, and there's a lot of aberrations a little bit. Because so many times a thought comes, so he's telling, sister, you can be surprised, you see this, how many times this thought must be coming to me. We're not aware the same thing, she said this to me, that's it. The whole day you won't be aware, I thought sometimes, no. It will come so many times to the whole day. She said this to me, she said this, continuously, it will go on, the record will go on, and we never get bored. Keep on and on and on and on. So that means to say, we get used to thinking waste. Because everything else is important than me. I'd like to invest all my energy in unnecessary things. And when I really need energy with my family, with my work, with my life, with my future, I have no energy. I can't sit patiently and talk to my family. How is everything? How are you? No, it's okay. Everything is fine. We are fine. You are fine. No time for that. All my energy into things which are unnecessary. Somebody, you know, he came home. He's about, 18-year-old. And he's shouting. In the house, it seems, pacing up and down, pacing up and down. How he can come and cross my path on the road? He changed lanes without indicator right in front of me, and he is just going and he's shouting like he is right. He must have horned properly. That fellow turned back and gave him good abuses. So how? So the full time he's walking up and down the house, and he's saying, Papa, how this can happen, Mama? They say it happened. I don't know if I mentioned the last Green Park program, but it is like we can change our thoughts. We can see. It seems one video came in Facebook that two cars came, dashed into each other, something like that. So one person, whose fault we don't know, but this person gets out of the car and he said, come outside, I hit you properly. He is going up to this man to hit, and that man got out. Now this man is like normal, and that man is like 6'7". He got out of the car. He's so tall and so muscular built, and this man, harams, he went back into his car. No more fighting, nothing. Okay, fine. What happened? No, okay, fine. How? You changed your mind? How? See, I really want to know. You have so much anger and you want to go deal with it in the world and show justice. How you happily went into the car and sat? You can. That means you can. You feel you can have your way. No, there has to be the right way. Your way is not always the right way. So, we're waiting for our Didi. Then ki duaएं, keep studying. Even at this time, because she's been dedicated for 44 years. And so, and she was very intelligent, because she topped the 10th class boards in full Gujarat when she taught her 10th. So, anything she does it perfectly, clearly. Even when she speaks, she'll speak in Hindi, but when she speaks each word, she will finish it clearly. When you listen to her, you'll understand. And slowly, she'll let that sentence get into your mind and gently get in there and soak it, and then she'll talk another sentence. So she's known for very deep lectures about meditation, about God and her experiences. And she also gives training and management training, full of North India, where she gives these programs and how for business people, for industry people, about different topics that we have. She goes and gives them spirituality in a different package that they can understand in their own business language. And so Anita will also give her introduction once Didi comes, but it's my personal experience has been that Didi, something he's telling, and then all they saying, sister, then he turned to her, and again he's talking, then he turned to her. First time in my life, sister, she's not talking when I'm talking. First time. Great, sister, you achieved a lot. She's telling me that I achieved a lot. She's not talking. I said, look, with that just few minutes, it has such an impact. So, that is the kind of impact we should have on others. Today I went to somebody's death ceremony. His wife left the body, and they were saying she's been a very private person. Somebody was his family friend. He said she's a very private person, and there's a part of her that I know that she's been very tolerant. From her husband's side, who's told me, and I've also heard that she's always been a lot of support for her children, very strong support. And then this sentence that she's a very private person, which means it's not like she doesn't mix with people, which means that because she's so strong, she exhibits through silence. People who are talking all the time, not very strong people. Somebody I know gets a stomach ache if they don't talk about something which is there in their stomach. They have to talk about it, stomach ache. You have to tell somebody, you have to talk. किसको भी पकड़ लेंगे, जो भी मिले उनको पकड़ के बात. ऑटो वाले के साथ भी बात कर. ऑटो वाला भी कितना बोर होता होगा. Silence is the way to show that there is strength. There is strength. And it's not that kind of silence where you are angry. Or not that kind of silence where you are sulking, you're not talking to anybody, and not that. That silence is useless. No benefit to anybody. But mature silence. Because you know everything and you're not complicating it. Lot of people will think, like I said, some people can go behind and say, क्या मुसीबत है ना? Or some people say, कुछ नहीं बताओ, because he will have a heart fail and die. ऐसे भी नहीं बनना है. That we become so weak that people can't come and talk to us and tell us the truth. नहीं बताओ उनको. Somebody I was talking to, I said, how you can be without telling? He's your father, you have to tell. नहीं बताना. क्यों? Sister, it's more complicated, sister, to deal with him. Already we have the situation with a mother, we'll deal with it. Now to tell him means we have to deal with him also. One thing will deal now. Why should we be like that others find it complicated to deal with us? That others could feel that you could do without it.